Hey, happy Monday. Man, I'm really excited to be here with you this morning. I hope your Monday is going awesome so far. I think my voice is starting to come back. I know the last couple of videos I was a little scratchy, but I think it's starting to come back now. I got a question for you this morning. Have you ever had a goal or a dream of something you want to achieve, something you want to do, something you want to be? And then you find yourself thinking, I have no idea how to achieve that, how to get there, or how to become that. Well, here's the thing. If you're asking that question, congratulations. That actually puts you ahead of most people already. Because here's the thing, most people live their lives judging others and feeling jealous and inadequate and envious of what others have instead of actually taking action toward what they really want. So you should be asking that question. You should be asking yourself, how do I actually make my dreams a reality? Curiosity is one of the most powerful things that you can do, and one of the most powerful forces that can take you from where you are to where you want to be. Here's the thing, when you get curious, when you allow yourself to be curious, you open your mind to new possibilities. Curiosity is one of the most crucial things for a growth mindset and for really moving forward in life. Because let's face it, without curiosity, our minds are closed off to new opportunities. We actually live in a world that I think actively suppresses curiosity. And here's what I mean. I think most of us, we have this constant flow of social media. And you would think that social media would actually make you more curious, right? You would think that it would spur curiosity, but it actually does the opposite. It starts to stunt our curiosity because as we start to doom scroll, it feeds our brain that constant content instead of excuse me, instead of going out and seeking the information, it's just right there, right? So we're just being fed all of this content, and it actually starts to pull that urge away. It actually starts to decrease the urge to ask questions and to find answers to questions. And sometimes it suppresses that urge to ask the questions altogether. And that's the crazy thing. Here's the thing, in our culture, we tend to be obsessed with answers. But what good are answers if you don't have questions to connect them to, right? It's like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right? So if you haven't seen it, it's this crazy, funny, like satirical sci-fi movie and book. But at one point, they build this ultimate computer, and the point of this computer is to calculate the answer to life, the universe, and everything. And it's a million year program, right? And so after a million years, they all come back to find the ultimate answer, the answer to life, the universe, and everything. And the computer says it's 42. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean it's 42? Yeah, the answer is 42. The answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42. And they said, well, that doesn't even make any sense. But the computer says that's the answer. And he says, well, what was the question then? And the computer says, well, you didn't ask the question. I gave you the answer, but you didn't ask the question. So the point is that, and it's so cheesy and weird, but the point is that what good are the answers if you don't know what the question is that the answer goes to, right? There's the entire scientific community and the concept of science is actually built on curiosity. Of course, I think that modern science has actually turned into their curiosity has turned into an insatiable lust for power and control over others. But that's my opinion. But if we're talking about the actual, true science, if we're talking about the true original science, then it really does come down to curiosity. It comes down to wanting to know those deep answers and to find answers. But if you want to find those answers, then you have to have a compelling and deep questions. Good morning, Grammy Goose. It's great to have you here. So we're talking about science and how we have to have that question to actually drive us. We have to have curiosity. So what does that have to do with our dreams and goals, right? Well, everything, because really, in order to realize and push for our wildest dreams, we have to be curious to open to new opportunities. We have to be open to new ways of thinking if we want to actually get there. Why? Grandma Goose says, why? That's right. So we have to be curious about life. We have to be curious about how to get those answers that we're looking for instead of just being satisfied with the answer. Curiosity is so key. All right. So I keep saying, be curious, right? Why aren't you curious? But here's the thing. What if you aren't curious? What if you don't have burning questions? What if you don't have that drive to find answers? So is there a way to build curiosity? Is there a way to actually make yourself more curious? Or is it just something you were born with or something you weren't born with? So are you curious? Is there an answer? Of course. There are ways to build and cultivate curiosity. And here's just a few of the things that have helped me. There are all kinds of ways to build curiosity, but here's a few of the things that have really built and started to spark my curiosity and built into me a real drive to really want to find answers and to have that curiosity. So think about a hobby or a passion that you have. It could be anything. It could be, it could be golf. It could be reading. It could be, motorcycles, whatever it is. Let's say you have a hobby. Think about that hobby. How curious about all the different aspects of that hobby are you? Sometimes we can get really consumed with our hobby, but that's okay because here's the thing. You can actually take that feeling that you have, that curiosity that you have for your hobby, and you can bring that forward and you can apply it to whatever situation you're trying to learn from. So you can think of that feeling or that urge, that curiosity when you think about your hobby and apply it when you want or need to learn about something. So here's the thing, you just need a fraction. You only need a little piece of that same urge that you have from your passion, and you're off to the races, because believe me, it's easier than you think. So if you use that feeling that you get when you are thinking about your hobby, you can start to apply that and you can use that to push you forward. So here's the thing. When I was a teenager, I was passionate about music and fast cars. Now, I'm going to get there when I get there, right? I do still love music, but I really had no desire to be where I am now in real estate coaching, but now I'm completely obsessed with helping people overcome those hurdles and really empower them to see your compelling future. I'm curious about people. I love asking questions, and I have an intense drive to find those answers for people, to show them what's really possible. And one of my biggest drivers is that burning curiosity. So it builds over time. Grammy Goose can play anything with strings, and I wanted to be a rancher. Yeah, I've had a lot of different curiosities. I've had a lot of different dreams in my life, and that's crucial to be able to push yourself forward, to be able to get to that next level. All of this has brought me to a point where the curiosity has put me in a position that has helped me build 3 different companies. It's helped me connect with people on a lot deeper level. It's helped me build lasting relationships. It's helped me build an amazing family. And a lot of that really just comes down to curiosity. So another way to build curiosity is to experience something new. So it could be anything. anything. It could be trying a new food. It could be a new genre of book or movie that you're not really used to. Just try something new and a little out of your comfort zone. And that's going to start to spark the curiosity, because a lot of times we get stuck. We get so stuck in our own way of doing things and our own way of thinking that we don't get curious. We get so comfortable with the way we think and the way we do things that we don't try something new. And really, that when it comes down to it, curiosity comes down to wanting to know new things, right? Wanting to experience new things. I think this has a lot to do with our culture. A lot of people, they don't want to experience things new because they're so stuck in there. And again, we go back to the social media, right? We go back to the social media. It's just feeding, well, why do I need to experience something new if all the experiences I need are at the tip of my fingers, right? But that's not really experiencing life. I mean, I'm sorry. I know how ironic this is that you're watching this video. I know the irony is not lost on me. But the thing is, we need to learn how to experience new things to pique that curiosity. Another way to really start to build your curiosity is to ask questions of other people and wait for the answer. I had to put that part because so many of us, we ask a question and then we're just waiting for them to get done so that we can say the next thing that we're thinking about, right? But that's not the way that you learn about people. That's not the way you build your curiosity. You actually have to wait for that answer. Here's the thing. In our culture, I think it's a cultural thing. A lot of us are not really used to asking questions. And I don't know if it's the culture. I don't know if it's maybe because we don't, like I said, we don't really care about the answer. Or maybe it's because we feel like we're prying, right? We feel like I don't want to ask those deep questions because I feel like I'm prying. But if you think about the last time that someone asked you questions about yourself and really listened to your answers, how did that make you feel? That made you feel alive, right? It made you feel connected. People do want to connect with you. People do want you to ask questions about them. And I think we have somehow, I don't know if it's the PC culture or what it is, but we've come to this point where we feel like almost allergic to asking deep questions. And I really would encourage you to ask deeper questions. As you start to build your curiosity, if you connect your hobby, thoughts of your hobby, if you try something new, or if you really start to build that habit of asking questions, your curiosity will build. It's like a muscle, so it's something that has to be built. It's something that has a skill that you have to cultivate. I think that we, especially, again, I know I'm really going hard on social media today, but I think we have so much fed to us that we don't really take the time to be curious. So I am really curious about people. That's how I operate. I love learning new things about people. I love learning people's stories. I love asking questions. I love being able to connect on that deeper level. And here's the thing. If you're a real estate professional and you're curious about how I can help you take your life and business to that next level, whether that's overcoming self-doubt, refining your sales process, managing your time better, finding balance and fulfillment between your life and career, I would love to help you with that. And I'd love for you to click the link in my bio to schedule that free discovery session so that we can have a conversation about you. I'm curious about people. I'm curious about how I can help you go from where you are to where you actually want to be. And I would love for everyone here watching to share in the comments below on things that have lit you up on things that you're curious about or ways that you want to be more curious in the future. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. And keep growing and empowering those around you, one mind at a time. Until next time. Bye.